The Sunset Towers behind me have been vacated for almost 4 years due to damages from Hurricane Charlie. But starting this weekend, residents are moving back in. And for one family, this will be a bittersweet homecoming.
There's a lot of people in Cape Coral that have no idea what's going on in these two buildings.
What's going on in South Towers Unit 507 is that Gary and his sons are fixing everything themselves and paying for it out of pocket.
When the storm hit, there was no damage to my place at all.
But many other units did get damaged, and a construction company was hired to dispose of their unusable belongings.
They started tearing the units apart. They mistook my unit for one of the places that everything was to be thrown out, so they threw everything I owned out. Clothes, the countertops, my kids' baby pictures from Vietnam that I'll never be able to replace. All I had was a Saturn, and what clothes I grabbed out of the dumpster that they threw away, I lived in my Saturn for about 2 or 3 weeks and then bounced around between friends a day here and a day here, trying not to wear out my welcome, because we thought we'd be back in here in a few months, few weeks.
But Gary and his Sunset Tower neighbors had to wait 3 years and 4 months. Unfortunately, not all of them made it.
There's widows that are moving back in without husbands.
And during that time, they also had to keep up with the bills.
You've got a mortgage here that we had to continuously pay on. We still had to pay association dues here. And for 40 months, we've been paying all this and no place to live.
It's been hell. I deal with most of his stuff. Wherever I've moved to, his mail has gone with me.
And during the past weeks, Gary's 2 boys are coordinating their time to help their dad move in as quickly as possible.
I used to lay tile with a guy when I was like 15, 16. Thanks, Freddie. And I've retained knowledge enough to help out.
If we can just get the wet areas put up and up to code and everything, then we'll be able to get in here and just, have his own place to stay finally.
Among the small number of possessions he has today is a symbol of hope he cherishes.
Got a little Christmas tree. I'm wishful. It's been in my trunk for the last year, waiting.
And after the years, the waiting is almost over for Gary.
I'm hoping in the next week to 2 weeks, I can get a CO on the place and hang some clothes in my closet. And work on a couple lawn chairs for my living room. As long as I got a roof over my head, I'll just be glad to have that.
He's had nothing these last 4 years. I would like something to work out for him.
Bad things happen to good people sometimes, so.
During this seemingly endless season of despair, Gary learned the importance of staying positive, and it's something he encourages others to do as well.
Keep the faith, I guess. You can't give up. Good Lord and my family and friends, we're back here.
My dad's been my best friend for the last, 10 years.
He's like the best guy in the world.
Justin did this. That's why I keep him around.
The lady you see Gary bragging to is Virginia, his downstairs neighbor, and you'll get to hear her story in my next video report. Reporting for the News Press in Cape Coral, I'm Christine Lee.